Henry T.
Coach, been down to gut check, mental toughness. 14 steals for your Lobos tonight. You forced 22 errors. Does that spell defense?
Yeah, you know, we subbed out JJ and Carlton, and that group that was in there was just tremendous defensively, and the score kind of stayed the same or grew a little bit for a while. And you're thinking you got to get JJ and Carlton on the floor, but I thought that middle part of the second half there with that lineup defensively was the game. I thought it just kind of kept it where it needed to be. We weren't scoring much offensively. New Mexico State's defense was terrific tonight. I thought they did a really good job on us, particularly in the first 20 minutes. They were exceptional. But over the course of the game, the offense opened up for us, and like you said, our defense there was awesome.
How about the mental toughness? Just go over there real quick.
We've had it all year, Henry. I just told the guys, this isn't on me. This is, you know, I'm obviously going to get a lot of credit when we win and a lot of blame when we lose. But these guys are, their perseverance, their resiliency is it's awesome, and it's been that way all year long. UTEP to New Mexico State, Auburn to Wisconsin. Obviously, a win like Boise, a win like tonight. It's a really fun group to coach.
Coach, could you talk about Bragg's double-double, and
yeah.
did you wish him a happy birthday?
You know, I haven't wished him a happy birthday yet. I need to. I need to do that. That's a good point. You know, his offensive rebounding is amazing. We scrimmaged 2 days ago in practice. We played to 50 or whatever we usually play to, and he might have had 20 offensive rebounds. And his offensive rebounding ability it's professional level kind of stuff. It changes the game for us. His running of the floor has always been terrific. He's probably been hurt a little bit because we're not running as much, but I thought Quan in particular and some other guys really found him in transition. He had some really tremendous finishes, you know, very athletic, agile plays, and he's a great player. And unfortunately last year, you know, he sat out for a year and a half, and when he got eligible last year at semester, we all wanted this every night, myself included, Carlton included, but sitting out for a year and a half is a long time, especially for a big kid, and I think now this is the Carlton that, you know, we wanted when obviously he came here.
Carlton, also, just to kind of follow up on the Carlton thing, and I have something else. You walked yesterday. That's a pretty long journey for him, what he's been through, to go through graduation yesterday, to you know, walk across the stage, to have a birthday today. Did you have to, in any way, kind of calm him down to not get in foul trouble? I know we've talked a lot about protecting the bigs from foul trouble. Did you have to talk to him at all about the emotion of this moment?
You know, we huddled up at the end of shoot-around today, and I think somebody in the huddle said something derogatory about who we were going to play. And Carlton said, we don't need to say that right now. And someone's response was, well, they say that about us. And Carlton's response was, we're better than that, guys. Let's just be cool tonight. Let's do what we do. And I didn't have to say anything, you know, and for him to kind of step in that moment when we could have gone down a very emotional, angry path, and for him to kind of have the maturity, the seniority, and the experience that, guys, we're good. Let's just go out and play basketball tonight. And that's really all I've talked about all week, the emotion of this thing. Let's get it aside. It's just the next game. And I thought we were calm tonight, even in the face of a lot of runs they had. Our bench, our halftime, everything is just, our team feels like it's going to win. And he's a big part of that for sure.
And as a follow-up, because he had 17 rebounds, they had 7 offensive rebounds in the first 8 minutes. They finished the game with 12. So over the next, obviously, 32, you guys did something that prevented them from getting so many offensive boards. Why was it working for them early? Because it's worked in the series with them
for sure.
Quite a bit. Why was it working for them earlier, and what did you do to change that the last 32 minutes?
You know, I told the guys at halftime, we're a hard team to play against. We're physical. We get the ball inside. We make you foul. They double team. And we've been in a lot of halftimes where we came in and the game hadn't opened up yet. But I told them at halftime, the game couldn't have gotten any better. They made a couple of threes, they had a couple of points on a technical foul. We're down 2, and the game will open up. And I thought the game opened up. It's hard to cover JaQuan, Corey, Carlton in the paint for 40 full minutes. And I think they came out like the team they are. They're an incredible team, and they came out with pop, with energy, with enthusiasm. But it's just hard to do that against, hopefully, like our physicality for a full 40 minutes. So I think it just hopefully wore them down a little bit.
Coach, in terms of three-point defense, are you seeing progress, you know, with the guys closing out and switching, you know, if they kick it out to the three-point, somebody closing out on those possessions, are you seeing progress with that?
You know, there's a lot of studies on three-point shooting, and I don't know which one I believe anymore. I think, you know, there are times, you know, McCantz's first three, I mean, it's a 25-foot fadeaway. I don't even see the rim, and it went in. And then you'll leave a wide open great shooter for another shot and it doesn't go in. And you just got to hope over the course of the game we challenge them, we make them hard. Are they going to make some tough ones? Of course they are. Are they going to miss some easy ones? Hopefully that happens. But our goal is to make teams beat us from the perimeter. That's the idea. We keep our bigs out of foul trouble. We own the paint on offense and on defense. And so far this year, it's got us to 10-2.
Coach, Colorado and Colorado State don't play twice. Iowa State don't do it. You've been in the rivalry on both sides.
Yeah.
What are the pros and cons of playing the in-state non-conference rivalry?
You know, I've never really thought much about it. I've just assumed it is what it is. It'd probably be really hard to ever not do it unless something unusual happened with conference realignment or some kind of scheduling. In our state, I was talking to the meeting for the game. There is no Yankees and Mets. There is no other teams. We are the pro sports team. So when New Mexico and New Mexico State get together in basketball, it's the pinnacle of sports in this state. And it'd probably be hard to someone come in and say, let's only do this once, because this is all we have. You go to a high school state championships, you go to a reservation, you go anywhere. People play basketball here. It's a fun place to be a part of basketball. And when the Lobos and Aggies get together for basketball, I mean, that's it, man. That is what it is. So I think it'd be really hard to ever get to one unless something unusual happened.
Coach, first series sweep for the Lobos over the Aggies in 4 years. What does that mean for this program?
You know, probably in time we'll soak it in or think about it. Right now, it was just the next game. I didn't mention a sweep, rivalry, or anything the entire time. It was mostly exams and then preparation for the next game. I didn't want us to get overly emotional. I think we're a good basketball team, and I think our biggest obstacle is ourselves. So I wanted to eliminate that, go out, focus on the schematics of the game, and just try and win a basketball game. So I think in time we'll appreciate those things or think about them, but right now it's really just getting the last win, the next win.
Coach, you talking about the next win. I don't know when we're going to get to see you again. Could you just talk about Grand Canyon and what kind of challenges?
Yeah, it's a great challenge for us because this is obviously a very emotional game on a Saturday, and we've got to turn around and play a game on a Tuesday against a good basketball team, and we're going to be doing that all January and February. We're going to have a big conference game on the road or at home, have to flip around and play on a Tuesday, and it's on us to emotionally kind of re-engineer ourselves and get back to where we need to get to win Tuesday night. We scheduled this game with the intention of it being a very big non-conference game. Grand Canyon is not off to the kind of start that we would have wanted, or I'm sure they would have wanted, but they're a very capable basketball team, and I believe they've won the last time we played them. I don't know exactly, but we just got to get ready to play for Tuesday, and we got to enjoy this win, but we got to get over it very quickly.
Coach, last year you talked a couple times about you felt like you had to be the emotional backbone
Yeah.
of this team, where now it sounds like you don't have to do that. I mean, how much of a change?
Oh
between
man,
those
it's
years?
awesome. The last book I read was by Ryan Holiday, Stillness is the Key, and incredible read. But I found myself being a stoic with these guys, being the one to kind of calm them down, and I love that role. It was a very similar role I had when I was coaching that team across the hall, and we've got a very energetic, competitive, vibrant group, and I can hopefully guide them in a calmer way and get them out of their own way, as opposed to constantly trying to motivate them or boost their confidence or whatever it may be. And it's a role I enjoy tremendously.
Last two.
You know, Paul, when you guys were able to go on your run, you were getting inside. What's the key for you or the players to not settle for those shots and keep being aggressive playing?
You know, when we played Green Bay, for sure, Auburn did a good job. We played some teams that just do a really good job of keeping at it. They know what we're trying to do. We know what we're trying to do, and they're ready to rock. I mean, they've got their doubles ready, their fronts ready, where their help's coming from. And we go into a game thinking how teams are going to guard it, and then we evolve as the game goes on. And I think as the game went on, we saw what they were doing. We make our adjustments, and the game, hopefully as it progresses, continues to kind of open up for us, because that's our bread and butter. We like to score points in the paint. That's what we do. We don't rely on the three. That's why you don't see a lot of variance in us. Like, we are who we are. We don't rely on making 15 threes, or if we only make 2, we're going to lose. You know, we have kind of our bread and butter, and we stick to it. And we've been in this road. We've been down this road many times. It's just the game hasn't opened up yet because the post defense is so good. But it's hard to play post defense against these guys. I mean, Carlton and Corey and JaQuan they're tough dudes to guard down there for a full 40. And I think as the game unfolds, they get more room to kind of operate.
Geoff,
I
last
know
one.
it's a little redundant, but JJ, again, I mean, 1 for 6 shooting and seemed to still have a pretty.
Are you bringing up him trying to go score the layup with 17 seconds left?
That's
dribbling the ball back out.
I don't have to ask now. Your thoughts? Well, let me ask about that layup, because that seemed to be one of the few. The point I was getting at was he seemed to be a big part of the game again, despite being 1 for 6 shooting. That decision, I'll ask you about that, but also the other things he did seemed to be a big part of this game.
You know, our last game, he had 18 deflections, and I don't know if I've ever coached someone that's ever had 18 deflections in a game. He just, for a kid of his size, just makes things happen. He's a great kind of just, in a different way, a glue guy. You know, JaQuan obviously has a certain role, Carlton has one, and JJ just seems to help kind of bring it all together in a lot of ways at both ends of the floor. You know, offensively doing what he does, but defensively he just makes so many little plays here and there that really kind of help our team.
So Coach, you got to react to this. No seats left tonight.
Yeah.
Place was roaring again. I've seen every team that's ever played in this building.
Yeah.
There's a maturity going on with your team. Can you describe all of that? No seats in the house.
Lobo basketball is special, Henry. It always has been, it always will be. Attendance is a challenge across the country in a myriad of ways, whether it's students, fans, all the different options they have to do now, but we're thankful for the fans we have. We're just trying to build this program back to a point where they're proud of us. We haven't quite accomplished that yet. I haven't quite accomplished that yet, but we're aiming for it, and hopefully we'll get there soon.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, keep in mind, guys, if you want to get Coach Jans, we have to keep the player interview short because they do need to leave, all right? Van, you can start.
JaQuan, could you just, same thing I asked Coach, did you wish Carlton a happy birthday, and can you talk about this?
Oh yeah, well I wished him happy birthday last night because my roommate. So yeah, but like I'm happy for him, man. You know what I'm saying? All the hard work that he's putting in, finally showing off. No matter what anybody can say about the guy, like shows up, work hard every single day, and I love him and I love his energy.
You got, well, first of all, let me follow up on that. Did those Rice Krispie things that he was talking about, did you make some of those?
No, I didn't make that. I'll probably make them tomorrow. I'm cooking a little dinner too, you know what I'm saying? For my birthday. He's a little busy today, but tomorrow I'll probably get him right tomorrow.
You owe him something, right?
I'll probably give him some Rice Krispies, make him a little dinner, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so Paul's talked in the past about you guys in timeouts. He's never had to motivate you guys like, come on guys, we can come back from this if you guys are down, or he's never had to get you guys, you know, mentally right. Today, you guys are still in a tight game, and you guys go on an 8-0 run after the final media timeout, and you guys close the game out at the free throw line. Have you seen anything in the timeouts that have led you to believe that you guys weren't as confident as Coach always tells us you are?
Nah, I mean, anytime in the timeouts, like nobody's down or nothing like that. Guys may, you know what I'm saying, get into a little argument, but you know what I'm saying, we all have one goal and we all know it. I mean, we all be on each other's ass pretty hard, you know what I'm saying, and that's because we know how good that each one of us is on offense or defense. So I mean, sometimes we go at it in huddles a little bit, but that doesn't do nothing but bring the best out in the next guy. And I think me and Wapak got into it for a minute right there, but you know what I'm saying, we came out and like you said, when we was on the floor, we went on an 8-0 run, so it was big.
JaQuan, this is your first and last year playing in this rivalry, but you've been in the program a couple of years. What has it come to? What's your feeling about the importance of this rivalry to the school, the community, the state, etc.?
I mean, it's big, man. It's super big, but I mean, I'm just happy for my man P-Dub. Finally got him too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we swept him this year, so that's big. I'm just happy for him. Happy we got it done for the university, and we got a long season to go.
Last one.
Hey, JaQuan, I know you guys are busy, and I don't know if we're going to see you again before your next game. Could you just talk about Grand Canyon?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Not even for the badge or anything like that?
No idea.
All right. On that note, thank you.